Okay guys, I'm the Waterboy, and here are 5 reasons you should consider PC gaming. Okay guys, so for number 5, what I want to go with is troubleshooting possibilities. Now, you see, yes, you can troubleshoot with a console to a degree, namely, you are voiding virtually every warning when you do it. With a PC, one of the inherent benefits with this type of system, I can essentially take the entire thing apart and not have voided anything. Now, that being said, it takes a little figuring to know what to fix, to know what needs replaced and what have you there. But when you have dialed it in, which, like I said, a little bit of troubleshooting, a little bit of extra effort, maybe just some thinking in general, you need to know what files to look at to give you, or not what files, but which error codes mean what, and this, that, and the other. But I can in turn, maybe only fix, say, $20 worth of RAM, or $50 motherboard, or a disk drive, or something like that, and every other component is still covered under warranty, assuming it is still in warranty to begin with. Okay, so number 4, I'm going to have to give it to customizability. Pretty much, you can take any room in your house, and you can make a machine to fit that room. You want a big machine, big, strong, something you can show off, you can do that. If you want something small, tuck it away, make it so it's not taking up a lot of space, not a bunch of room, so you can have your focus put onto your TV or monitor, you can do that. You want to put it in kind of a themed game room, you can do that. You can take an hour, 2 hours, a day, a couple days. You can make your case any way you want. You can buy windows, you can buy windowless. If you want to get in depth and actually take the time to really build a machine, you can put custom water loops in, you can color them, you can light them, you can do whatever you want. And it will actually complement the entire room if you were to so decide to do so. Number 3, games are mostly unlocked as a general rule. Yes, I'm looking at games such as Grand Theft Auto 5, Payday 2, offhand somewhat, and just games of that nature. Some of these games, once again, Grand Theft Auto 5's case, took the better part of 2 years after the initial release to come about. But I have full access to every possible graphical option and mod support. Pretty much, I want to run around San Andreas as Iron Man, I can do it. And going on to other games, namely Fallout 4, or not Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. There's mods out there to make it an entirely different game that takes place after that game. That is an amazing thing, something you're only going to really find on PC. Number 2, your system is directly tied, and your performance of that system is indirectly tied to exactly what you spent. Now, give me a second to explain that. I spent the better part of $600 between my graphics and processor. Now, that being said, I can turn any game at 1080p that is currently out into Child's Play. Now, I could have gone cheaper, and I still probably would have run most games at 1080p, but I wouldn't have the headroom to take it a step up to 1440, 2K. On some games, I'm touching 4K and running it with some challenge. But bear in mind, standard media, what most things are optimized for is in fact 1080 as of this exact moment. But things are moving to where 1080 is considered your new 480, generally garbage. And when that day comes, I'll be able to keep up with most stuff. And things are being changed all the time, so bear in mind, a year or 2 years from now, 4K might not be near as demanding as it currently is as things are improved. Okay, so for my number one reason as to why a person should be considered PC gaming is simply it costs less. I mean, yes, this goes in direct contradiction to my price performance ratio earlier, but after that initial barrier, it costs a good deal less on a per game basis. A purchase you'll be making a lot more often. Now, for example, I just bought Battlefront for $40. The new one that's coming out 2 months from now. I just bought Arkham Knight, the most recent Batman game, for $10. So I just bought two AAA brand new games and I still paid less than you would pay for one anywhere else. And if I was to put it simply, the easiest way to explain this is a completely open platform. If I really wanted to, I could go in during a sale. I could buy 10, 15, 20 keys for a particular game. That sale ends, I can just give them away, or I can just give them away immediately. And not be violating anyone's DRM, not be violating anyone's rights, any of that. I wouldn't have the Steam police. I wouldn't have Microsoft or Sony coming after me. Well, Microsoft might, but they're assholes. But that is still a thing I can do. I can still make, and that is before even throwing what a lot of industrious people are doing, and they turn around, they're selling for somewhere between Steam sale price, and that's the thing. If other companies would just understand that, if other companies would make that work, if other companies were willing to take that initial loss, loosen their grip on the software for their system, then we would have a lot more of a competitive field with current generation console. And yes, I'm calling it current gen. We are 2 years into this, people. Quit calling the PS4 next gen. Quit calling the Xbox One next gen. It is friggin' current. The only reason 360 and PS3 are a thing, even, is because Activision wants to suck what they can out of it. And because of it, to be frank, games are suffering.